Okay, hi there folks. It's been a little while, I know. I do apologise. But I thought it was about time I did a little unboxing and, well, opening as well. So here goes. Something, well, not a little different, but the scale is. What do you reckon we've got? So I'll slit it open at the bottom. Haha. So, something a little different due to the scale. So we've got Great Wall Hobbies RAF AVRO Vulcan K.2 Tanker version in 1/144th scale. I've been looking around these for a little while. I've got their Victor, which I'll be honest actually was originally going to be my second only unboxing I ever did. And for some reason, every single time I tried to do a review, something went horribly wrong with the recording. So I gave up. What I will say, though, is I was massively impressed with it. Now, these are starting to go for rather ridiculous money. The other boxing of this kit, which is the standard bomber version, without all the extras, is going for daft money. As simple as that. Now, the funniest thing is that in the box here, as we'll discover, are actually all the same parts. So, yeah, let's see if it's any good. So, round on the box there, it's kit number L1002. Nothing particularly unusual on the end there. One of the marking options, this is for one of the tankers here in Falkland Islands in 1982. XJ825. On the other side, and we've got the fairly sort of Japanesey type thing here. Some pictures of what the kit actually looks like, some decal options, and again, you can take a look. There's a few different choices there, and a few bits of blurb that are mostly in Japanese. So, is it open? Yes, it is. Okay, let's take a look then. Alrighty. So, first of all, you may notice this didn't come from my normal supplier, because it was, I will admit, a grab on eBay. So, quick shout out to Black Mike Models. I am absolutely loving the treble one. I'm not ashamed to admit. So, we've got some decals here. We'll go back to those in a minute. Now, this is one of the main reasons why I have this kit. Remembering, as most people will know, my preferred scales are normally 1/48th or at a push 1/72nd. But the Vulcan is a massive bird, okay? I live in the UK, I've got some big cabinets, but even they would be pushing it for even a 1/72nd Vulcan. And I just wanted to show you this, because even in 1/44th, this is about 8.5 inches across, or well, it's 25 centimetres, something like that. It's not small. To give you a bit of an approximate idea, that's a 1/72nd Meteor. So, let's see what we got here. First of all, we've got the underside, which is all modelled in one piece. I can't find my knife. Why can't I find cutty things? Because it's right there. I left it there so I could find it. Of course I did. Right. So one piece in there. Let's take a look. And straight away, if you catch that in the light, it is covered in the most fantastic engraved detail. We've got no real detail on the inside of the wheel wells. I don't suppose it's any real necessary, really. And then that's the nose wheel bone. It's a little Spartan. It'd be nice if there was something in there. That's a little bit of a shame, though. That's the crew hatch. Seems a little bit pointless, really, having it open if there's nothing in there. But we've got the option here for the optional tail pieces. On the inside, we can see the injection marks are all out of the way. And here's a little clue to what's actually going on. It's not really by Great Wall Hobby at all. It's by a company called Pit Road. Now, Pit Road are probably quite famous for doing a 144th TSR2, which is absolutely lovely. So let's move on. Again, as I say, the wheel wells there, there's not much in there, but again, at this scale, I don't really see it being a problem. Next up, we have optional tail pieces. Now, I'm not going to pull these out because you can see what they are. But that's another option for the tail, that piece, then this piece pushes on. And this will be the drogue chute. But if we look at the end there, we can see some lovely detail with the actual drogue chute sitting in there. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. Don't really see the point pulling that one out. We have separately bagged transparency and some more optional pieces. Let's pull those ones out. This looks cool. This is what I think it is. This is cool. Oh my god, is that pilots? At this scale. Not like you're going to see anything, but still. Okay, right. Transparencies. Again, at this scale you can see very, very little, but there we go. Check out my fingerprints through that. See, it looks kind of beautiful. The back one isn't quite as clear, but to be honest, it doesn't matter. Because the only bits that you're going to have clear are these little circles here. The rest of it is all going to be camo anyway. So maybe that's a good thing if it's slightly rough. It'll take the paint better. But yeah, that front piece is lovely. Liking that. Put it like that. Yes, this sprue is the extra sprue for the Shrike missiles that they used during the Falklands. That is cool. I think I'm going to have to do that one. And I'm absolutely loving these. Look at these dudes. Teeny tiny pilots. Even this camera's struggling to... There we go. There's not a vast amount of detail on them, but I mean, the fact that they're even recognisable as human at this scale, I think is absolutely outstanding. I mean, these guys are... What are they? Like a centimetre. They're tiny. Okay, loving them. So quick tidy with that. Okay, we have a fairly generic stand. Don't think there's anything point getting that out. Doesn't say anything on it or anything nice, so yeah, boring. Right, next one. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? Okay, come to that in a minute. Where's the top? It's underneath that. Okay, I'll look in a minute. So we have 2 more sprues. What we got the tail surfaces there. It's all horizontal. They're looking lovely. Some of the smaller parts, hatches and so on, rails, undercarriage. We have now that's nice. Slip molded. Don't even get the thing. Exhausts and slip molded intakes. Again, I'm just trying to catch that in my light up here. I can. You won't be able to see. Oh wow! I don't know if I can get the camera to see this, but if we can get another light up here, if we can catch that just in the light, there, you can just about see in the bottom there are fan blades on all 4. There, you can see it on that one. That is outstanding. That is absolutely beautiful. That's really, really thrown me. I wouldn't have expected to see that at all. Okay, so we've got the engines here for the undersides. I'm guessing that's the plates that go in between, because neither of them do. I've got loads of little tiny wheels. They'll be fun, and little aerials there. We've got more optional parts for the rear end. Again, that's for the ECM for the top of the tail and the sprue, and that's the part you'll use if you're not doing the tanker. Undercarriage, which is delightfully tiny and thin. That there, though, is the panel for the bomb bay. So much like the Victor, It's got an open bomb bay, but it hasn't. Because all you do is put this blanking plate across it and that's it. So you can't open it and you've got no internal bomb bay. So that's a little bit of a shame. Hopefully the aftermarket, because I haven't looked, hopefully they've leapt on it already. Now I'm hoping that I've gone wrong here because I can't. Ah, there's more underneath. Okay. Ooh! Here we go. We have a very carefully wrapped, hence the U, top side. So let's take a quick look, see. Why so carefully wrapped? What's sticking out? So I'm trying to be very careful with unwrapping this because I don't know why. See, again, that's the bomb bay, but it's not the bomb bay because it will just get closed over. Wow, yeah, okay. So that's the upside again. The detail on that is just superb. Stop looking at the background. There we go. It looks as though mine has suffered a little tiny bit of bent edges though, despite the attempts to try and not do so on both wingtips. It's a little bit of a shame. So it's been knocked about in the in transit. Again, looking at that, that's beautiful. It's beautiful all the way to the front. Yep, very, very impressed. It does go in there. So I can't speak for, and I'll be pretty impressed. Let's carry on, sorry. A bit of a problem with the filming there. And again, we've got this tiny little cockpit with these tiny little ejection seats. They look so cool. And there is even a little bit of a sunk-in section in between them where you can imagine it would go down below. Although, let's be honest, you're never going to see a damn thing. No, nothing in the way of sort of our instrument panel or anything like that. But again, you're not going to see it. It's that simple. You're just not. The wing fences there are so delightfully sharp. Absolutely loving that. We've got a sort of slightly airfixy or mildly rough finish. Again, with these being mostly camo and stuff, I think it's going to be actually a good thing. It's going to take some paint, nice and well. Apart from those tiny little wingtip issues, which again I don't think are going to be too difficult to fix. That is stunning. That's beautiful. I can see why they tried to wrap it up carefully, although unfortunately it didn't work. And last but not least in here, usually my first thing, the instructions. So let me just quickly tidy things up here, so we can unfold these. I love those little pilots, they're great. Okay, right, so what do we actually have here? We have instructions for K.2 Tanker. Big blurb about the our AVRO Vulcan. Let's be honest, if you're watching my channel, you should need no... We've got colour call-outs in Mr. Colour. And the usual sort of safety blurb. Parts trees. And then we're getting stuck straight in. Again, not many parts, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So first of all, we've got some panels going in just inside. Then the optional drill out sections if you're going to have the missiles. Nose weight is going to be very important with a Vulcan. There's anyone who's seen the one up near Newcastle and Sunderland during that one winter a few years back. Yeah, tail weight is not a good thing. That's the intakes going in and being closed up straight away. So slightly unusual for rough modelers not having to do the cockpit first. But the cockpit, of course, is pretty much already in. So quick paint job with the pilots, in they go. Canopy will go on, and you can get stuck in. Little nose light going on. They're saying to put the Python Pro on now. There's no way I'd be putting that on until right at the very end. But tails going on. There we go. And then we've got the underside engines going on, crew door, Again, some more little tiny aerials. I'd leave them off to the end myself, but there you go. We've got a little piece here. It's telling us something, but I'd have to get that translated. I'm guessing for optional parts underneath the engines there. Quite famously, of course, the last flying one, XH558, only had one of them, so maybe that's something about it. So yeah, optional parts going on the bottom there. Then you've got the options for the Shrike missiles, depending on which option you're going to go for. And in the undercarriage, of course, taking time on those big bogies to make sure they're all straight. But all in all, pretty simple. And to be fair, this is one of these ones where I think the painting is going to really make it come alive, especially if you get a little careful masking around those intakes, especially with them being so small. We've then got the colour callouts, so let's take a look. What we got here? What options have we got? This is nice. I'm liking this. So we've got some big. These are bigger than A4, aren't they? Is that A3? Colour callouts. So we've got XM597 from 101 Squadron. XM607. Wasn't that the one that flew just before? The last one that flew with the RAF? Someone check with me. From 44 Squadron. Again, relatively simple in that one. It's going to be the camo on the top and the grey on the bottom, like the one at Cosford. Oh, is that the one at Cosford? Is 607 the one at Cosford? Someone tell me in the comments. Nothing on the other side, so that's two of the options there. And then I'm guessing this is the fancy tanker one. No. Okay. This is against, sorry, the top side for 101 and our 44 Squadron again, with all the decal placements. Again, colour callouts in our Mr. Colour. But again, shouldn't be really difficult to figure out Cold War colours, let's be honest. And then this one's double-sided because we have the different options then if you want to do the tanker. So the tanker then has some extra bits at the top there for switching for that sprue and adding the extra parts for the tanker underneath. You can spot them there. So this one is XM571 and XJ825 from 50 Squadron. So a little bit different now. You're going to have camo on the top, but then on the underside you've got grey and white with these red markings there to help lead people in. So yeah, overall, I'll just pop that one to one side. Great Wall Hobbies / Pit Road RAF Vulcan K.2 Tanker with optional parts and decals to do the normal bomber version gets a massive thumbs up from me. Yes, there are a couple of concessions to scale when it comes to detail in some areas, but realistically I do not think it's an issue at this scale. I really do. If someone's crazy enough to start scratch building wires and stuff for the insides of the old wheel bays, it would have perhaps been a little bit nicer to have had something through that crew door since they left it open, and the bomb bay. But again, I'm fairly sure the aftermarket will go mad if you really want to. But yeah, heartily recommended. Don't let the scale put you off. It's a big enough beast for most people. And again, considering they also do the Victor. They don't do a Valiant, however, I believe Micromir in Russia do. So if you want some V-bombers at a sensible scale, then go and grab one now. And I really do mean now, before this one starts commanding the same prices as the other one. As always, please comment, check. That's interesting. Hang on a minute. It's got camo on the bottom. Sure, the instructions said grey. Camo on top. Yeah, grey on bottom. Grey with white. 852. 825. 825. Okay, so looks like 825 might be slightly different. Always check references. Right, with that last minute I'll reprieve. Again, as always, please feel free to comment, like, share, especially comment. I always say it, but it really does help give me an idea as to whether or not you even care to see any more. And if you do, if there's anything particularly different you want to see. So, yeah, let me know what you think. As always, take care, and I shall see you again next time. Bye-bye.